the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime. The air is filled up with suspense. Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime. The air is filled up with suspense. Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime. The air is filled up with suspense. Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime. The air is filled up with suspense. Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime. The air is filled up with suspense.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Islander Gaming. We are very proud to entertain you guys with the finals of Conquerors of Dawn tonight. Africa Burn versus the Prominence. It's myself, the sheep with a no bleep, Sean the Skorpskenkel, with Waylander, the man himself. How are you doing tonight, Waylander?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. It seems like such a long journey, but it's only been a few weeks till we get all the way to the finals, and it's two teams that have showcased their stuff excellently through all the qualifying rounds, group stages, quarterfinals, semifinals. I mean, there was some top plays and outplays, and it was just amazing to witness. And so we've gotten all the way to this point in time, which is the finals, which is gonna be a best of five. I know I've said I'm excited like several times, but it just goes to show how excited I am, as it's been so many times there. Do we have a spectator that we shouldn't have in the derby?
It seems so, Ray. It seems so. However, both teams throughout this tournament has showcased that they are deserving of the spots in the finals. Um, for those of you who haven't watched any of the streams or the highlight matches, you are more than welcome to go and do so. That would also help us with the support to our channel. We would honestly love that. But yeah, guys, then just before we kick off with the coin toss for Africa Burn versus Prominence, please hit that like button and subscribe. And after you've subscribed, please hit that notification button so that you get notified as soon as new content has been released onto the channel.
Yeah. That would be extremely helpful. I mean, considering if you just take a look, we're like 2 subscribers away from 250. So just if two of you haven't subscribed, please press that subscribe button. We'll get to 250 tonight. I'd be very happy about that. But as we can see, we've got. Wait, I have to remove the spectator, unfortunately, because we're not allowed to have any spectators. This is a tournament match. Now, I'm going to hand you over to Sean the Skarpskenkel as he gets us through the coin toss and into the banning phase. For anybody who's watching here for the first time and uncertain of how things work here in the South African version of how these tournaments run and how they work, well, we're going to do a 5 band system, but because we don't have a tournament lobby, we're going to do 2 bands in the lobby itself, and then we're going to go through with the 3 typical bands that you get in your draft custom lobby.
All right, so Africa Burn was trolling me in the chat lobby. For those of you who don't know, I normally do a coin toss before the start of the match. And before I got to the coin toss, Africa Burn already asked for heads. And well, right throughout this tournament, the coin toss has been favored to heads. Just at the end of the tournament, we always like to share the stats. So the amount of time the coin landed on heads was we are sitting at a 68% head landing ratio. However, enough of that. Let's get into the custom 2-man ban in the custom lobby before we do jump over to the normal 3 ban in the lobby.
All right, so the teams are anxious to get going. As you can see, Africa Burn already with the bands. It's going to be Camilla and Ruby coming out from Africa Burn. At least I assume so.
Yeah, no, that is definitely. Africa Burn decided to ban the Carmilla and the Ruby. Now we're just waiting for Prominence bans. So Prominence banning off the Hylos and Teresla. Let me just get everyone ready, please.
So it seems that both teams most definitely have been watching each other going through to this finals. I mean, that's what you expect. You expect the teams that got to the finals to have done their research. It is, if you're a newer squad out there, I promise you, it's all about your research, your preparation work. Apart from practicing and gaining that synergy, you've got to get all of that in order. But that being said, we've got both teams all ready, set to go. It is 8 p.m. It is time for kickoff, so let's get into this first matchup of a best of 5 in the finals.
Yeah, so wait, thank you. So as we know, we've been preaching this, you know, the start of the game, 70% of the game is already won in the drafting phase. So Africa Bird banning all of the Hayabusa prominence, getting rid of that Zushin. We know that Zushin has been pesky, especially on the qualifying stages of the Conquerors of Dawn. But they definitely don't want to play against her.
Yeah. Well, qualifiers, quarterfinals, semifinals, MPL, rank matches, literally anywhere. But I heard she's getting a bit of a nerf, though. I could be mistaken. Because, I mean, just because something is on the advanced server doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, just looking at the next bands, you can definitely see that they've done their homework on one another. Africa Burn banning out the Ling, and Prominence getting rid of Average Joe's pesky little Exia. And Ruan picking up the Roger for the first pick.
That's an excellent flex pick. To
Because we
start off
never
with.
know
Yeah, you don't know. Is it
if
going to be?
it's jungle or gold lane.
In fact, if he keeps it for the jungle, we haven't seen Ruan play Roger jungle across both tournaments.
Chong picking up the Zask and Vendetta picking up the CC.
Zask always a strong pick at this moment in time based on the current meta. CC is there to, possibly to counter to stop the Zask ultimate from coming in. But the Phobius is a really strong pick, as well as Vexana. That's providing a lot of CC and burst damage coming out from those two heroes.
Yes, sir, indeed so. But the Vendetta had a brilliant game last night. Well, yeah, last night with on the delayed stream with the CC.
Yeah.
Definitely something to watch out for.
Yeah. Oh, the Edith pick coming out from Tsuki there. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. Providing that extra bit of CC and that AoE damage. Edith is extremely strong right now. They get rid of the Hanabi, which means that they realize that they were using the Hanabi to great effect in the last night's games. Use it to make sure that there isn't going to be any particular bit of CC. Africa going with the Hanzo ban. For any one of you who are watching here and thinking, why would anybody in the finals of a tournament ban Hanzo? It's because Memphis on that Hanzo has been causing absolute havoc throughout this tournament.
Definitely so.
Yeah. So it's Edith Gold Lane, because it looks like Slim Shady has picked up the chip, which is, I mean, look at how tanky they are. When you consider it's Zask is in his ultimate form with that nightmaric spawn is a bit on the tanky side. CC has the mobility and sustain to give her some degree of tankiness. The marksman is tanky with Edith. And Chip is also tanky, and they've got the mobility to move around the map. So Average Joe picking up the Clint, Stoner with that Tigreal pick. So big sets coming in there. Memphis hovering around the Fanny. Wants to get, he's got a nice front line set up for him. He wants to get a potential backline diver, I'm thinking. Going for the Joy. Wants to dance around through that implosion from the Tigreal. Bit of a counter coming out there with the Phobius, but as we've seen Memphis on that Joy, does some wonderful stuff. So both teams, I mean, Scamskanko, which draft do you favor here? I can't really say which one I do, because they're both looking quite juicy.
Oh, well, you can see this is comfortable picks coming from Prominence. They were flexing these picks. The only difference to their picks is the Joy. However, this is honestly, it's very difficult to pick a side, especially on the drafts.
That is true. So as we get into the matchup and I do the screen adjustments here, as per usual, we get to see both jungles starting off at the same side. Roger taking his red, Joy starting off with the blue. Do you think we're going to see them contest for the litho? We haven't really seen that too much from both teams in the matches so far.
Oh, let's see if they answer your question, right? What you've been asking for.
So Vexana already getting the wave clear. Still shady. Memphis Choki looks like they want to go for this litho. Oh, but there is going to be a contestation on this, but the litho goes to the Joy. She gets the retry off nice and early and quickly, managing to pick up that litho. Not often you see two teams contesting for the litho. I was wondering about that based on the composition that they had. Chip making the rotation up towards the gold lane. They realize that Average Joe is just, I think he understands that there is going to be something going on here. He's actually CC in the gold lane. Oh, engagement onto Stoner there. He takes a bit of poke damage. They're just waiting for this Joy to get level 4. She's there. She gets that ultimate off. She's into the backline, knowing that there isn't really much CC coming out there from the team. But everybody is all low. So they poke them down. It's only Ruan who's at reasonable health. They manage to force that Tigreal back to base to recall. But look at the way they use the Joy using the river speed here. Wants to set up once again. Wants to take this. Some Grenade. Checking in the jungle. Chip comes in with the stun. Forces out the vengeance from the Phobius. Stun comes down from Edith. Are they going to go in for the follow? Phobius. Nice and low. They're forcing him away out of this particular team fight. Roger coming in there. Getting a bit of poke damage. Gets this turtle reset. They've got to wait for Phobius to build up some health to come back in here. He is getting that off. So it's Ruan starting his turtle. Stoner trying to get into position. Doesn't have that implosion just yet, but the Eternal Guard is up for Vexana. Memphis, he is level 4. Oh, the Destiny comes out there. Who does it go to? It goes to the Roger. The engagement comes out. Zask with the Nightmaric Spawn. There's the follow-up. Implosion comes out. It's Joy into the backline. It's 2 that fall for the side of Prominence. So Africa Burn getting the turtle and 2 kills. First blood and a kill on top of that. CC getting poked there by Average Joe. It's gonna, once it gets the Clint gets his level 4, it's gonna be a bit difficult. Some Shady on the Chip gets a bit of poke damage. The Vendetta, they were just trying to get some regen back. It's gonna be difficult. Oh, they realize that the Tiger came to check the bush. He does try to second skill away. He lands that implosion. Where's there gonna be the damage? They managed to take down the Chip. But there you've got Average Joe. He's trying to get onto Chung there. But Memphis, he does do the zoning there into the back line. Chip finally with that ultimate up. They've got them slightly cornered here into this turret, but they should be okay. Okay, so it's gone back to the usual procedure of farming at this moment in time. Both mid laners will be clearing the wave. We've got to see a lot of action going on here. Engagement onto the Phobius here in the bot lane. He gets the vengeance up. But they get the first bit of CC coming in with Edith. She does have that ultimate of hers, but she doesn't want to use it just yet. Just getting the wave cleared. Chip being an annoyance, using these portals to just travel across the map and see what he can do. But as you can see here, just as he popped into the portal, he gave his marksman the CC just the right amount of vision that he needed. Oh, engagement onto Average Joe, but Vendetta should be a little bit careful there. But as we see them playing safe here, it's an engagement onto the Edith. Edith gets a knock-up at Phobius and uses that ultimate of his, zoning that Edith away. Now, it is the turtle fight, the second turtle of the game. But Chip, he really does make an... okay, it looks like it's going to go uncontested. the Joy does not want to contest this. So they let the turtle go for free, but Joy starts clearing off the jungle here. I don't think they realize that the red buff's gone. She's cleared out the entire side of Roger's jungle. So they do have a 1.2k gold lead on the side of Africa Burn with those turtles. But Joy... Oh, Ultimate comes out. Engaged into the Vexana. Eternal Guards committed, but nothing doing. The Vengeance comes out there. There's a lot of damage. Implosion lands onto the Joy. Will they be able to pick the Joy up? Yes, they do, but it's a 2-for-1 exchange. The fight continues here. They're going in onto the Chip. But Chip uses that mobility of his once his passive was proc to get himself back to safety under the turret. So Zask protecting his teammates. Oh, engagement here. Roger onto the Chip. Gotta be careful under the turret there. Zask protecting his mid lane. Edith taking this opportunity to take the bot lane turret. So reducing that gold lead. Engagement onto the Edith. She still has that ultimate to regen a lot of health to get back into a more favorable position. So Scarpscankle, what do you think about using a CC into a Clint there on the gold lane?
Well, we have seen that Vendetta can be pesky with the CC on the gold lane. However,
ooh, solo kill on the top lane. But Chip, he pops the ultimate. He brings his whole team in there. It's like, oh, you want to kill my teammates? Well, we got an engagement happening further. The Vexana and the Tigreal come through, but they're taking so much damage. The Phoveus comes as well. He's trying to clean up house. The Edith, she gets the stun. It's a 14 fight here. What is a team wipe? For just Slim Shady dying. What craziness was this? This Chip ultimate, my friend. Right? It could be the most exciting ultimate in the whole game.
Yeah, and it causes a lot of excitement, just like you said. It's the most exciting ultimate of the game, probably. As we see the Joy taking the turtle. However, way I just would like to answer my question. The CC against the Clint. Well, I think that question answered itself. The Clint is too much to handle for CC in a gold lane, but we never know what happens late game.
It's true. So the Prominence now taking advantage of that the win in that particular team fight, getting down the top lane turret down, almost getting the mid lane turret next to no health. Memphis in quite a nice position. He gets those jumps off. He wants to engage onto the Roger, but you've got Stoner there on the Tigreal, making sure that his teammates protected nice and safe. So the map pressure now on the side of the Prominence, the kills as well, and they've built up a slight gold lead here, about a 2k gold lead getting into the 8th minute of the game. Oh, conceal play coming out from the Chip. Do they want to use this to try and get onto the Phoveus, or are they just baiting? They used the conceal play. I think they were just trying to bait to see if anybody makes a walk through that corridor of death. But you've got two good teams here. Nobody wants to walk. Nobody's gonna walk through that corridor of death. Because usually you get people saying, no, I intended to get here to get to the gank, the lane quickly. I'm like, yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That is the corridor of death. You leave it alone. Did they know that Clint is in the bush? Get a bit of poke damage off. CC checking the bush. He gets the ultimate off. On 2-2. They are close together, but they realize that it's best to stay close together so that they do not get CC'd. And Joy now trying to get onto the Vexana, but she should have the wave clear to protect this mid lane turret. So both teams busy dancing around, poking Phoveus onto the Joy. Gets a lot of damage onto that, down to half health, but will be caught out here. The Vengeance is popped, trying to save himself from a little bit of damage. Edith, oh, the implosion lands onto 2. It's Zask into the backline. Nightmaric Spawn comes out. Chip commits the ultimate. Is the team then? They managed to pick up the Phoveus. Phoveus to low. CC doing so much of damage. Oh my word. Joy comes in there. They managed to take down the Tigreal. All of this with the Lord still active. CC, she's diving, Joy diving onto the turret, gets the kill. But there comes Average Joe. He manages to pick off one more kill for his team. He wants to get the Oh, Vengeance is popped. The Chip comes in. They get him down under the turret. Yes, bro, that Edith was so low. One more skill from the Clint, and it would have been over for him. But it is a 4-for-1 exchange. Mid lane, tier 2 turrets are down. They want to go for the tier 2 turret here on the bot lane side as well. Will they be able to do it without any abilities on cooldown? It's only the Joy who has ultimate up, and she's dead. Okay, well, CC's ulti is ready. Both teams, I probably need to Prominence probably need to heal up again before this turtle starts. But they are CC getting it started, trying to drag Africa Burn into like to give some vision of themselves. Africa Burn gonna contest this without the Clint there. He's probably gonna wait for that ultimate to come. Oh, Vexana lands the Eternal Guard onto the chip. He's taking so much of damage, but Joy into the backline manages to pick up the Vexana. But Chip, even with that, so much of health being taken out, it's going to be an uncontested Lord. That was beautiful play from the side of the Prominence here. Yeah, pulling up a lead, 15-7. An almost 6k gold lead. Actually, a 6k gold lead right now. Man, they're going in for the jungle invade. Full team here. They don't want to let Roger get that blue buff. They managed to take it. Joy still had the retribution active because she didn't use it for the Lord, realizing that it was okay. So Average Joe did get one of the lanes pushed in. But what do you think so far? It's 15-7. All the turrets still up for the Prominence. As we see the Lord making its way slowly down the mid. Nice on the Prominence. Oh, the ultimate comes out. They catch Average Joe. He was slightly out of position there. They went hunting the Prominence. Waves synced up nicely, two of them. They land, the Lord lands into the mid lane. Lots of damage coming out onto the turret, onto the Lord as well. Oh, Implosion lands onto two. Follow up with the Eternal Guard. Roger comes in there to manage to clean up two of them. But there we go. It's going to be the CC into the backline. They do pick up one more kill in response. Vexana does fall. The tier 3 turret in the mid lane falls. Roger, he wants to try and defend this here. He's got Phobius to act as his frontline along with the Tigreal. Average Joe, he has respawned. They want to chase down Chong there on the Zask. But there's Joy. She realizes that the Roger was out of position there. But in comes Stoner. There's so much damage coming to the Joy and they burst him down. Beautiful play there from the Tigreal covering up for his teammate. But look at the CC. Look at the amount of damage she's doing onto the Phobius. Zask camping here in the bush. Wants to wait. Waiting for the Roger. Does Roger see that? Oh, the stun comes out there with a bit of slow. He forces the retry, uses the retry to make sure he gets the buff there. But it is still another 1 more minute until the next major objective.
Africa Burn be able to pull out a clutch defense moment.
It's possible. We have seen a couple of them so far. It is time for this enhanced Lord to make its way through here. It is the 12-minute Lord, or actually at this time 14 minutes. They are trying to get into position to contest this. They've got all their skills available. Oh, Eternal Guard comes out. Troy manages to blow out that Vexana. Nice positioning there from Memphis. But the Phobius, he's engaging onto him. Troy trying to get away, just taking so much of damage. Doesn't really want to dash. But the implosion lands. There isn't anybody really there to follow up. Are they going to be concealed play? Tries to get himself out of harm's way. Joy does manage to escape the attentions of that Phobius. So that's a 3-for-0 exchange. And the Lord definitely going to go to the side of the Prominence here. Alright, so both teams given it all is, but the Prominence, the way they've been moving together as a unit and engaging, timing their skills, uh, they're in a well-deserved lead at this moment in time. It is still that 7k gold lead, but Africa Burn still have that big set potential and play that comes out from the Tigreal and Vexana. Eternal Guard does come out. They pull the Lord very nicely to the right-hand side here to make sure that it doesn't get into the base. Zask trying to get into position. Oh, look at the damage coming out. Do they manage to get the side? He lands that Nightmaric spawn at the very last second. Phobius there into the backline. Tigreal there with the implosion. Lord is in onto the base. There's so much damage coming out. It's 2 down for the side of Africa, but the Joy trying to get into the backline as they focus the base. Turret locking. First game goes to the Prominence in this best of 5 series.
GG, well played, Prominence. GG, well played.
So well played to the Prominence. Africa Burn did quite well, but the way the Prominence set out, it seems they did their homework. They really planned for this. I mean, picking CC in the gold lane turned out to being a bit of an inspired pick. I mean, when have you seen Average Joe with a silver?
In a very long time, my friend. In a very long time. Never is the actual answer.
All right, so as we get both teams back into the lobby, they're going to be switching sides. I'm going to hand you over to Ginger Ninja and Scarp, Sean the Scarp Skirgle, as they lead us through what's about to happen.
Yeah, well, Prominence just getting Africa Burn well split up. I mean, just picking off the members one by one. However, Africa Burn, they did have the dominance of the game early stages, and Prominence just returned. So that was a very exciting first match. I'm very interested to see how the bans are going to pop off on the second match. Prominence already banning Hylos and Terizla, and Africa Burn banning the Chip and the Ruby. Obviously, they don't want to play against that Chip again.
That is true. That is true. So, I think Ginger Ninja's mic is muted. You can just send him a message and see what's his story there. As we get into the usual bans and okay, we don't even. People are so used to the system right now. We don't even have to say anything.
No, it's running so smoothly, way. It's running so smoothly. I have to say, it's quite nice.
Yeah, and I think everybody has to thank Blank for this because he was the one who suggested it in the first place, and now it's being used in all our tournaments across the board. But so it's the Chip and Ruby ban and Hylos and Terizla. We get both teams; they're already up. We're gonna press start. Scarp Skanker, over to you as you take us through the banning phase.
Thank you, Wei. I'll take over from you. Contact me. All right, so Prominence with the first ban. Veneta banning off the Zushan. That's quite the meta ban right now at the moment. Africa Burn banning the Hayabusa. Exia is out of here. Sorry, Average Joe, you will not be playing with the Exia now. They're taking the joy out of Memphis' hands. Obviously, we can see the respect bans coming through now just from that first match. Prominence with the first pick. Deciding to pick. Taking the Zosk. That's a very good pick, as Wei said in the first match. Obviously, Zosk is a lot to deal with in the matches. Slime Canine picking up his X-Borg, IRW with Celian. Slim Shady picking up the Carmilla. This is going to be quite an intense match, especially with the CC running with the Carmilla as well. As we know, Vendetta plays the CC on the gold lane. I just wanted to say that Alpha would be a very good pick for Ruan at this point of stage. Stoner having the last ban for Africa Burn. Deciding to ban out the Roger. Hanabi banned out. Will Average Joe be going with his Clint again? Trying to play for that redemption of his silver in the first match. Stoner swapping with Average Joe and deciding to pick the Belleric. Memphis with his Hanzo and Suki picking up the Minnesota. Average Joe picking the Leslie. The Leslie is, I would say, is a better pick towards the CC, especially with that extra range and that poke damage. However, it's good picks from both sides. And as we get ready into the second round of those 5-stage matches in the finals of Conquerors of Dawn, viewers, if you have not pressed that like button yet, please do so now. And please subscribe. And
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
both teams deciding to clear the jungle on the same side. Blue for Prominence and red for Africa Burn. As we know, Hanzo does clear the jungle quite quickly, especially with that ability of his, that first skill. As you can see, dropping that blue buff very quick. Immediately starting. Oh no, will they contest the Litho again? It seems like it. The Litho spawns. Oh, Hanzo picking off the Litho. I wanted to say that there's no point in competing for the Litho. Kamala and Zarsk rotating to the gold lane. So it does Ruan with the Belleric by his side and Sicilian. Engagement onto Slim Shady. Memphis comes in with the Hanzo. Stoner quite low. That's a lot of damage coming through from the Hanzo. Just dropping that second ability of him, just saying, guys, I'm still here. Sicilian pulling in the Zarsk. Alpha committing.
He's managed. Oh, just first blood going to the side of Africa Burn there, bro.
Quality play, quality play.
At least they have some vision on the Hanzo here. Surprised that they left Hanzo open for Memphis to pick. Do you think that's possibly something that's gonna bite them? Oh, engagement. There's so much damage coming out from the Xbox. He commits that last insanity. His lands onto 2. They take down 1 more. It's a corner that falls. But oh, the Nightmare spawn. She lands onto all 3 with a stun. There's the follow-up. It's the Belleric that comes in there. Zask managing to pick up a kill. So it is 1-for-1 at this moment in time. It's just the Camilla and the Xbox that falls. So it's actually 1-for-2 exchange. So it's 3-1 to the side of Africa Burn. So Africa Burn pulling back a bit of a nice lead here. Oh, engagement onto the Leslie. She wants the flicker to come out. The vengeance was popped by Vendetta there. They use the CC once again in this in this particular gold lane. They used it to quite great effect. They want to continue using it.
Well, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, ARW stealing the litho away from the Hanzo. He didn't have that second skill available. Now he uses it. Some Shady in position there, waiting for the Camilla. Hanzo uses that ultimate form of his. They're trying to get onto average. Oh, the blood comes out. Look at the damage. Look at how much of damage. It's the CC with the Camilla with that vengeance pop. They managed to take down 2. Make that 3 as the Sicilian goes in there to try to pick off the Hanzo, checking where his body was, and then managing to get 3 kills. So the Prominence are pulling it back slightly. We're evening up that gold lead. Oh, the Munzathar onto the X-Borg there, almost getting his shield out. Oh, and look at the pullback and the stun. Do they have the follow-up? Ultimate comes out. It's the King's calling from the Munzathar, but he's out of position there under the turret. They managed to land him with the Spear of Alpha, decimating that Munzathar. So it's both XP laners that fall in that particular engagement. So no XP laners up for this second turtle of the game. Zask checking the bushes, gets a bit of poke damage onto ARW on the Sicilian. Sicilian just trying to get some stacks going. Once it gets towards late game, Sicilian's gonna prove to be a bit of a nightmare to deal with. Hanzo gets his shadow form out there. He tries to engage into somebody. He wants to try and get this Xbox shield down. Commits the last insanity at the last second. Oh, it blows up the Munzathar. Zask with the nightmaric spawn into the backline, but they managed to save themselves. Alpha takes down the Camilla, and it's gonna be the turtle that goes to the side of the Prominence, but they paid for it with 2 jets. Leslie making a rotation up there, but Hanzo scouting out the bushes. He wants to land onto the Leslie, tries to get that first skill off. She pops the second skill. He's running out of blood, but he has to force himself to disengaged from that particular fight. CC taking the opportunity to turret dive here. Turret diving the Leslie. So much of damage coming out. Pops the vengeance. Almost takes average Joe down to like a sliver of health. But there you got the Belleric coming in to check. It's going to be the Hanzo. Spear of Alpha comes out, trying to stop that Hanzo from getting in onto the Sicilian. But he manages to land there anyway. It's going to be the Belleric with the ultimate. They take down the CC. She was trying to dive into the backline. Zask, meanwhile, taking this opportunity to push the mid lane turret, but ARW wants to make sure that they don't gain any map control, so comes back to protect his mid lane. Oh, what a play from the side of Africa, Bud. Pulling up a slight kill lead here, busting down that Zask. Hanzo on the hunt, wants to get the return kill on the mage, gets the return kill on the mage. Gets a bit of poke damage onto Ruan as well on that Alpha. But we get to see... Oh, we didn't get to see. We just get to hear the sound. It was a solo kill on the top lane for the Munzathar onto that X-Borg. CC gets the ultimate off onto 2. Hanzo. Just a little bit delayed in there. Wants to go onto the turret. Ultimate comes up from Belleric, trying to save the Leslie, and manages to do so. It is 3 seconds up until the third and final turtle of the game. The Prominence already in position. Poke damage coming out to the Belleric. Belleric will not have that ultimate ready. Oh, so much of damage onto the Zask. Leslie commits the ultimate. He's gonna have to commit that nightmaric spawn very, very soon. Spear of Alpha comes out at the exact moment. Oh, but the follow-up. Look at Hanzo. He's into the backline. He's doing so much of damage. He manages to take down 3. That's gonna be the 4th kill as the Munzathar makes the rotation. It's a full team wipe around this third turtle. It's 5-0 exchange. Hanzo comes in with the body. He's like, I've got no threat to my body at this moment in time. So they go to take down the turtle, and he takes the blue buff away from the Alpha there. Mid lane turret being pushed, bot lane turret being pushed. So this particular fight, the advantage was slightly in the favor of Africa Burn. One massive team fight swung this all in the direction into the Prominence.
And obviously Hanzo picking up that maniac. Wow, on that engagement.
Well, I'm sure Memphis that if you patient enough, Scamskankel and his editing team will pull out that maniac for you on a shot. Last Insanity comes out from the Xbox, just trying to protect himself there, but he is caught under the turret. The follow-up, King's Calling lands. They manage to take him down, and they're going to be taking down this turret. His team does try to get into position here, see if they can get a potential pick-off kill. But the way the Prominence is moving together like a pack of wolves hunting across the map. Hanzo lands the second skill onto 2. Lots of damage coming out there. Zask with the Nightmaric spawn. They want to try and push this mid lane in. So much damage landing onto that Belleric. Whoa. Curse Blood comes out onto 2. Nightmaric spawn there with the follow-up. It's the Xbox with the last Insanity. They managed to take down 2, but some shady does fall in exchange. The Hanzo, he's into the backline. He manages to take out that average show on the Leslie. So make that 4-for-1. It's 3-for-1. It's only some Canane and Stoner left alive. But everybody should be respawned in time for the first Lord of the game, which is spawning in the next 15 seconds. Nice wave push is happening on the bot lane here. CC just trying to melt this turret down as quickly as she possibly can. This CC pick on the gold lane has been working out quite nicely for the side of the Prominence. We do have the Lord up. Hanzo coming in with his body, but his teammates were there to protect him nicely. Oh, there we get to see that engagement. 1-2. It's good. The last Insanity comes out there, but Hanzo manages to pick up 1. The Spirit of Alpha being used to get himself out of harm's way. Look at the damage onto... Oh, the flame shot, but blocked by the Alpha. To save the Sicilian there. Leslie gets the ultimate out, as it is one that falls. It is Stoner that dies during that engagement. But nice there from the Prominence, creating the space for themselves to take this first Lord of the game. So, thoughts so far, Scamskankel?
Way, this team composition from Prominence is it's deadly. Honestly, it's deadly. But I kind of expected it when they picked the Camilla, especially with that CC. And when I saw the Hanzo, I was like, "Oh, boys, we're in for a match and a half."
Yeah, so Hanzo into the back line. They managed to not let anybody die. King's Calling comes out, but underneath the Taratsuki there, they managed to get him down and kill him. And so it's going to be 1 death there. The King's Calling was placed, but it was underneath the turret. Lord making its way up towards the bot lane side. Alpha and Leslie trying to protect us. But, Curse Blood comes out, lands onto 1. But Alpha manages to get away. But look at the Zask into the backline with the numeric spawn. Takes down the Alpha. Last Insanity comes out there, bringing that Camilla nice and low. Other damage. Now the damage is coming out from Sicilian. But Zask is there with the stun to get that Sicilian out of the question. And you're going to see the Hanzo. He's onto the backline. Oh, the flame shot just misses average Joe there on the Leslie.
Almost a headshot.
So 1 tier 3 turret. Make that 2 as the minions get the last tier 3 turret. This Hanzo, he's just on the hunt. It's like the moment this ultimate's up, he's just like, yeah, I'm going to do some damage. I want to get somebody. So with this first Lord of the game, the Prominence taking a full advantage here and managing to get to... Oh, but the last Insanity comes out beautifully. Lands onto the CC, zones them away. Everybody's low, so low. Camilla comes in. They manage to burst down the Camilla, but she lands the Curse Blood just in time. It's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 4. The waves coming in there. It's a 4-for-1 exchange. It's only the Roma. Are they going to be able to turret lock? Yes, they are. It's the CC. It's the Hanzo. They turret lock in here. The Prominence being dominant with pulling into a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 series. I mean, we had the stream set scheduled all the way to 10 o'clock. The way things are going, do you think we're even going to make a 9?
Wait, I just wanted to say Prominence is prominently dominating currently at this point of stage. Sorry, I need a refreshment.
Yeah. Casting is thirsty work, my friend.
Oh, average Joe, I'm so sorry for that bronze, my friend. So sorry.
Oh, as we're gonna get into the third and potentially final match here. Are Africa
So,
Burn going to be able to pull this one back? Like a rabbit out of the hat? Are they going to do some magic for us? Let's get to see. And this time, chat, we don't get to hear about Scarp Skankel going on about, oh, I wish to get to see a third match. Because it was best of 5. He was going to see 3 anyway.
regardless, either whatever way.
So, as we get into this banning phase here, let me just unlock the mythic battlefield. I'm going to hand you over to Scarp Skankel.
We start with the South African 5-man custom band style. Africa Burn having the first bands.
Yeah, that's true.
Will we see the Chip and Hanzo band? Those are the first 2 bands. Oh no, Carmela and the Chip band from Africa Burn.
Ooh. And they realize that Slim Shady there on the roam has been moving around the map, landing these ultimates, causing so much of havoc in the course of the team fight.
And then, yeah, the Prominence banning off the Hylos and the Jerusalem.
Okay, so we've got both teams got their bans in. Just for those of you who want to see it one last time, it's Camilla and Chip and Hylos and Terizla as we get both teams ready, and we're going to get into the typical 3-band system from this moment in time. Just waiting for Memphis to ready up.
And let's get ready to rumble, guys. Let's get ready to rumble.
Alright, so both teams are ready. It's time to get into the action.
Africa Burn having the first ban. Slim Canine banning out the Joy.
Are Africa Burn going to be using a bit of a target ban?
I would suspect so. Slim Shady responding with the Zushin ban. Average Joe banning the Hayabusa. It seems like they are targeting the jungler for poor Memphis.
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, the Ixia ban coming out as well as the Sushin. I can see Toyota in the live chat going wild with this new bot that we've added to the stream, Nightbot.
I'm just glad it works.
Yeah, well, according to him, partially works. We've got to get a few details sorted out with the Nightbot. So if any one of you are wondering where all this hashtag or the exclamation point stuff and what's going on there, well, we're trying something new, bringing some bots into the live chat to make the experience of watching the games a bit more interactive. So, Slim Canine picking up the Ruby, Vendetta going for the CC pick, and Chung with the Zask. They're sticking to pretty much as much as they can with the original lineup.
I see Africa Burn is leaving the Hanzo open again. Oh, Average Joe finally getting his Anabi.
Here we
ARW
go with
the
the
Changi.
Changi pick. Yeah, Changi is an excellent counter to Zask. Because Zask can't really get close enough to do anything major, and Changi from the distance, it's just gonna be difficult. So you think we're gonna see a Hanzo ban?
Oh, well, if I was Prominence, I would have picked up the Hanzo now. Well, let's see.
No, it wouldn't be the best option. You see, if you pick Hanzo now, you're gonna definitely see a Ling. Hanzo's biggest counter is gonna be like backline diving assassins. Because all you have to do is be able to have the, especially Ling, you know, because it's like you can't hide from a Ling. No matter where you are, your team can't really even protect you from a Ling, especially if it's a good Ling. Yeah, as we expected, you get to see the both jungles being banned. It's the Alpha ban coming out for the side of for the Prominence, and Africa Burn banning that Hanzo. So using all three bans to target ban Memphis there in the jungle. Memphis picking up the Raja. Ooh, that's a good pick. Raja is extremely strong in the jungle at this moment in time. So what will we see from Stoner and Ruan? Just Cause 30 saying in the chat, let's go Africa Burn. Oh, they go for the old school Fredrin Angela combo. What do you think about that, Skarpskenko?
This could definitely be a dangerous combo. Slim Shady picking up the Belleric. However, the Angela onto the Fredrin, especially if he gets his combos and he stacks up, and his ult that scales, well, no, that it could be problematic.
But
However,
here's the thing, right? There's a CC and a Roger that are pretty much counters to a Fredrin.
very and Prominence has a very mobile team as well.
Yeah. Some Shady picking up the Belleric. That's to deal with the Hanabi. Because they know they've got the Roger. Roger has the ability to dive the backline, but not as well as any particular assassin. And they've been using that backline dive to their advantage so much during the course of these games that they need some way to deal with the marksman. That Belleric pick was quite clever from the side of the Prominence. They know that Hanabi's going to be positioning themselves, and once Belleric's got the blade armor, the vengeance, as you can see as his spell, you can literally melt the Hanabi down. It's like a Hanabi killer without having to be able to get into the backline, and an attack speed MM killer. So as per usual, we get to see the CC up against the average Joe in the MM lane. They're already in position. ARW trying to get a steal there, but the Retri comes out from Memphis. Angela sticking close to the roamer at this moment, to the jungler at this moment. Oh, the sun comes out onto the Changi there. Just gonna get healed up a bit by average Joe. We will see the roamer stick pretty close to the jungle to make sure. A bit of poke damage onto average Joe. He gets himself into the bushes, knows the timing. It's around this 1 minute, 15 seconds, 1 minute mark that it's best to be very safe on the gold lane. Got both teams setting up. They want to get the engagement onto the Hanabi. She pops the Aegis. Roger jumps in there, but he's head onto the turret. And the Fred comes in there. He had the ultimate set, but just not the damage. Not often you get to see a Fred in the jungle these days, but Ruan, as we know, that's one of his favorite picks. How is he going to be doing with this? Both teams making their way across, using that river speed to their advantage to rotate all the way across to this turtle, the first turtle of the game. Roger, not wasting any time, wants to get it started. Sumkunane on that Ruby doesn't have the level 4 just yet. Fredrin, is he going to try to contest this? There is no hot guard available for him to go in. He's getting a lot of poke. He's getting some poke by the Zas there. Nice zoning out from the side of the Prominence. This is a lot safer. Oh, engagement, I'm saying a lot safer. Engagement onto average Joe, but he manages to get himself to safety under the turret. So it's already 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and no kills so far.
Look at him, Slim Shady. Where is he hiding?
That's beautiful positioning. That really is beautiful positioning. So both teams setting up here. As we see Memphis, he's going to take his blue buff. So it's a 4v3 situation. Down here, the stun comes out onto the CC, but she's managed to get away. The ultimate lands from the Fredrin, but CC, she's sustaining through all of this hard guard onto the Fredrin. There's the follow-up. The stun comes out from the Zarstag medic spawn. Roger into the back with the wolf form. Picks up first blood for the side of the Prominence. He's like, hot guard, what hot guard? I'm gonna melt that Fredrin down. Or I'm gonna bust that Fredrin. Nice counter engagement from the side of the Prominence there. Picking up the first blood in this game and now building a 1.2k gold lead. They're really not messing around in this match. Roger using the rotation to his advantage. He engages in onto the Fredrin, but he's got to be a bit careful. Commits the retry just to make sure that he gets the mini creep there. Doesn't want to give any farm to the Fredrin. Fredrin really does need a bit of farm to get his items, and then once he does, he's going to sustain through so much. As we see in the bot lane, engagement onto the Hanabi. Hard guard being committed, lands onto her. She gets the ultimate off onto 2. She's doing so much damage there to the Belleric, but Sim Shady manages to get away. But no hard guard. There is no hard guard for the turtle. Stun comes out from the Sask onto the Hanabi. Recall spams. We don't even notice it. We need to tell Average Joe he needs to set his recall spam there. Oh, Zask stuns the Fredrin a little bit. Nightmaric Spawn comes out. The Belleric, he's into the backline. He gets the ultimate off. Lands onto 2. But Changi, she's doing so much damage there. Roger does take the turtle, the second turtle, through all of that. So it's just the 1 kill so far, getting into the 5th minute of the game, but both turtles going to the side of the Prominence as they are slowly but surely, patiently building up a gold lead. It is sitting at around about 2k at this moment in time.
This is a very slower paced game. I mean, we're reaching the 6-minute mark.
Engagement under the turret. They get the Hanabi, but it is them Shady that falls. They managed to pick up both the Hanabi and the Stoner there on the Angela and taking the first turret of the game.
Never mind, I retract my statement.
So we see both teams rotating up towards the XP side. Oh, is there going to be anything? Oh, engagement onto the ARW there. The Fredrin tries to get into the backline. Ultimate does come out. We've got Average Joe trying to get a bit of poke damage, but trying to poke a Belleric as any attack speed marksman is going to be a bit crazy. We see what I like about the Prominence. They're using what we call the 3-2 split at this moment in time, and then they're shifting from 3-2 to 3-1-3-1 whenever they're making certain rotations. It's actually very reminiscent of certain MPL games. You don't get to see what rotation is the typical one in South Africa, which is the 4-1 split. The 3-2 split is actually the counter to that. They've been using it. They only used the 4-1 at the early start. They were in engagement onto the CC there. She lands the ultimate onto 2, but nothing being done. It is the 3rd and final turtle of the game, but I think this is gonna go uncontested because the Prominence in a very good position. Africa Burn just trying to clear the jungle up as best as they can. It's going to be difficult to push lanes with a Changi around. Right now, if I was Changi, what I'd be using is using that ultimate to get a lot of wave clear, trying to get some map pressure around. Bot lane being pushed in here. Edith making the rotation towards the mid. All here in the jungle. Oh, the Changi, she tries to land the ultimate off there. They manage to CC that Belleric and bust him down. But there's a lot of damage coming out onto the Fredrin, but he manages to get himself away. But this mid lane turret gets focused with the rotation from the Edith, making sure the wave was pushed in. CC lands it. Ultimate onto 2 with the Roger. He first skills in there. Is he going to get CC'd up? He commits the retry to try and escape. The Fred, he's a little bit low. He's down a half health, but he's getting healed up by his teammates Changi. She's doing a lot of damage there with an ultimate. But like I said, right now, what I'd be thinking is using a split push style. Just to push the Prominence around the map here to make sure that you get a little bit of more map control to get some farm going. I mean, if you do have a Changi and a Hanabi, you have a ton of wave clear. So it's best to use those abilities to put pressure around the map. Don't allow them to rotate where they want to rotate to force the rotations. So as we see the Prominence on the hunt again, making the movement up towards the Ruby, but she gets herself safe under the turret. Africa Burn, it's the Changi making the response. They want to turret dive this Ruby under the turret. Hardguard not even getting a chance to be committed. This was full 5 men up here on the top lane. Getting the Ruby out of the way as we get the first Lord of the game spawning here at 9 minutes. Average Joe taking advantage of the fact that they pushed one lane and doing exactly what I was thinking. Get some map pressure here. Takes down this turret. Needs to get out of position. The CC coming to chase in here. The Aegis comes out from the Hanabi. But CC, she's just sustaining through all of this. Lands the ultimate. Look at the amount of damage coming out. Average Joe, he gets busted down.
Oh, the damage from the CC.
Yeah, I just stayed a few seconds too late, or too long, and gets wiped out. So building up a 5k gold lead at this, the 9th, going to the 10th minute of the game. They do have a slight one turret advantage at this moment in time, the Prominence. But Africa Burn do have a lot of wave clear on their side. It is going to be difficult with this composition for Africa Burn to win team fights, but it's going to be difficult for the Prominence to actually get the waves pushed. Zask using that skill of his, that's quite clever from Chong there. Using the skill to make sure that he blocks most of the damage coming out from Chinese ultimate to prevent a lot of wave clear.
What gives you the idea that he's played against a lot of Chinese?
Yeah, it was quite clever of him, the way he positioned it. Just as Changi was ulting. He had protected the Lord. But as you can see, the wave clear is still there. Ooh, Changi, she is extended there. Wants to get a lot of damage onto the Zask. Zask taken down to just below half health. As you see, with the wave clear that Africa Burn have here, they can defend. Oh, the hook lands onto the Roger. He has the mobility to escape. But the Fredrin tries to get some CCs up. Hardguard comes out. The Zask is incredibly low. But Roger going in for the jungle. I don't really want to engage in any particular team fight. I think all they need to be doing if I was Africa Burn is using their wave clear potential, keeping this tier 2 and tier 3 turrets safe, waiting for potential pickups. Oh, damage comes out. Beleric with the ultimate. The vengeance gets popped. The Hardguard's already been committed. It's a Roger into the backline, but he gets melted down. So it is a 1-for-1 exchange. It is jungle for jungle. Yeah, as I was saying, if I was Africa Burn, all I'd have to be doing at this moment in time is just clearing waves, trying to get the gold lead but more balanced, get your items up, and then once it gets towards late game and you've got your Hanabi, but I mean, the Beleric is such an annoying counter to Hanabi, but she will be able to do a lot more damage. Alright, so we see the engagement here onto the in the bot lane. It is another 15 seconds until this next Lord is going to be spawning. So the Lord does spawn. It is the enhanced Lord. Oh, the engagement onto the Roger, but Edith comes in there with a save. Belleric with the ultimate. Lots of damage coming out. But Belleric, he gets melted. The Fredrin lands the ulti. Zaska almost dead. They managed to take down the Edith as well. It's a 2-for-0 exchange. The Africa Burn, they want to keep going with this. They managed to pick up another, but Ruan does fall. The Roger comes back in there, but he's getting CC'd. He manages to take down, the Zas managed to take down the Hanabi. It's a 3-for-4 exchange. I think the Ruby and Angela might be able to take this mid lane turret. Will they try and force it? Are they going to push it? Zask getting on his bike there to try and protect this turret here in the mid lane. So Africa Burn pulling it back a little bit here in terms of the gold lead. It was extending quite a bit with that extra bit of kills. They managed to reduce it somewhat, slightly. And gain a turret in the top lane. So you get to see the Prominence already in position here, waiting for this objective. CC onto the... Oh, look at the damage comes out. Beautiful from the Changi. Melts down that Zask. And that's no Zask for this turtle. Are they going to continue with the engagement? Hardguard onto the Fredrin. He's taking a lot of damage. If he lands that ultimate, it's going to be GG's. But wow, Memphis beautifully avoided that damage. The final bit of damage coming in there. He does survive, but the engagement here is here. Onto the CC. She's got too much of mobility to get away, but it is a 3-for-1 exchange. Oh, look at the damage. Look at it from Changi and the Hanabi onto the Edith. There, they bust down the Edith. Make that a 4-for-1 exchange. They take the mid lane turret and all of this here. They want to put a bit of map pressure. So as I was saying, right, that's what they needed to do. You just got to wait for those two particular heroes to come online. And then it's going to be a different ball game. CC wants to try and get in. Maybe try and get a Lord Steal. Wants to contest. Ruby and Changi wants to zone away. Zask gets back in here. Wants to get a stun onto the Changi. Changi is a beautiful counter to Zask. Lots of damage coming onto the Ruby. Hardguard gets committed onto the Ruby. Changi with the ultimate. Do they manage to take down anybody? The Ruby does fall. Belleric is going to be the CC that falls as well. As Roger picks up the Angela kill. Frederick comes in and takes out the Belleric. Roger's trying to get out of dodge there. Through all of that action, I think the Lord went to the side of the Africa Burn.
And Africa Burn also picking up the 1k gold lead, 1.1k, 2k.
Yeah.
It was a 1k gold lead.
So the game has swung. Roger trying to take down this Lord. One doesn't want to let him. Gets in with the CC. The follow-up from Hanabi. They burst him down with the ultimate coming out from Changi as well. They just wanted to make sure. Lord storms in here. They want to try and get it as close to the tier 3 turrets as they possibly can. Hardguard is being placed onto the jungler there. Oh, the Lord comes into the base, storming through there. Average Joe doing a lot of damage. So Africa Burn from that rough early start of the game, now swinging it around. It was always going to be a problem when you've got this much wave clear. Wave clear into team fight. That's the way to go. So engagement onto the CC. There's the follow-up. She pops the vengeance to try and stay safe. But the engagement onto the Changi. Hardguard down onto Changi. And Angela. They managed to survive somehow. The Frederick. That's the ultimate. Is there the follow-up damage? It's 1. The CC is like 1 HP. But the Changi comes in with the ultimate. They want to get the final bits of kills. Frederick under the turret. The waves being pushed in. Can they get the turret lock going? Frederick's got the Hardguard on him. He's trying to basic attack that turret. He just doesn't have the basic attack damage. They managed to defend this. CC poking down the Frederick manages to get away out of all of this. But in the terms of the engagement, it has been all tier 3 turrets gone. Rowan and ARW retreating, saying we've got our objectives. We've taken on this turret. The Nexus, all tier 3 turrets, so the Nexus is quite low. So we've just got to wait, reset, get one more Lord and go for it.
One can hear you having fun with this match, way.
It's all these back and front matches, bro. They're lovely. It's exciting to watch. So both teams setting up around. They know that the 20-second timer is up here. Oh, Hanabi walked into that position. Hardguard lands onto the Hanabi. The engagement comes out. I think Hanabi's gonna fall. It's the Changi that picks up the Belleric as well. But Ruani manages to take down the jungle. And they're continuing this team fight here. It's the CC into the backline. Flames are trying to help out. They take down the Sasuke as well. It's a full team wipe. It's only Average Joe that falls. It's gonna be the GG. Sasuke should be called at this moment in time. Recall spams in the mid lane. Wave gets pushed in here. And it is 2-1 now. Africa Burn pulling one out of the hat there.
That was a beautiful maniac from the Changi.
Yeah.
Average Joe back on his golden plates.
Yeah. But he did walk through that the valley of the shadow of death and got picked off. It's never a safe time to walk through that particular region. But it just turned out that at that moment in time, with the damage coming out from the Changi and the sustain from the rest of the team, they were just able to get the kills that they needed for the wipeout and then their victory. But that was, as we say, that's just not a place that you want to move through. Alright, so we're going to get both teams into the lobby for this fourth game. Is it going to go to the fifth? Let's unlock this mythic battlefield as we get into the ban section here. Let's give the teams a break, right? Let's give them a 10-minute break.
Africa Burn on.
Or let's give them a 15-minute break.
15-minute break. Prominence wants to get this over and done with.
So we're going to have a 15-minute break and then we get both teams back in the lobby. While this is going, we're just going to put up maybe a bit of some replay action so you can watch that. We will be back live in 15 minutes.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter, I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter, I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter, I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter, I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages. Looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine.
Thank you, everybody, for granting us that 15 minutes break. And we are back to the finals. Africa Burn versus Prominence. Prominence having 2 victories over Africa Burn's 1. We are heading into the 4th match. Will Africa Burn clutch this 4th match to make it a 2-2 each? And will we reach that 5 matches? Or will Prominence take the W and
Yeah,
be
man.
claimed Conquerors of Dawn?
Yeah. This is going to be the first champions of Conquerors of Dawn. Is going to be determined within the next 45 minutes or so. So we've got both teams with the bans coming out here. It's the Camilla Chip and Hylos Terizla. And then we're going to get everybody ready. We're just waiting for one more player to join into the lobby from the side of the Prominence. It's their Mage Chung. Needs to get back online and get ready for the action. For those of you who are watching, we still have another game to come after this. So although we're going to end this particular stream, please press the like button and the notification button as well. You'll be able to be notified. We've got another stream coming up at 10 p.m. We're scheduled to start at 10 p.m. We might be a few minutes late depending on how long it takes to conclude the finals here. It's going to be an MSA qualifier. Dark Harvest up against Chaka. 2 very good teams. So, Skapskienko, what's your thoughts so far on the games that we've been witnessing here at Conquerors of Dawn?
Well, definitely. Well, just looking at the community favoring Africa Burn before the match started, it's swinging over to Prominence, as you can see on the polls on YouTube. It's 56 to 44% to the side of Prominence. However, the first 2 matches were prominently to the favor of Prominence, where they took the W's. And Africa Burn just returning in the 3rd match. So definitely these 2 teams, you can see they definitely deserved their spot in the finals. Yeah, I'm just happy and excited. Will we only have 4 matches or will we go to 5 matches?
Yeah, well, it is, if you think about it, South Africa up against Madagascar. A lot of our viewers are unfamiliar with the Madagascan scene. And so before I press the start button here, just to inform you, we're going to be doing the Madagascan League tournament starting as of tomorrow night. It will be running concurrently with the MSA qualifiers, the last round of it. It's going to be the double stream. We've actually managed to fix all the bugs that we've had yesterday, today. And so that's what's going to be on the horizon. But all of that will be on the YouTube and Discord links. We're going to have a whole lot of stuff coming up for us to deal with, for us to upload with the schedules. But anyway, that's enough about what's going to happen in the future. I'm sure everybody's not worried about the future all that much. They want to see action in the present. So let's get into this. What matchup in the Conquerors of Dawn Grand Finals? The Prominence up against Africa Burn. The Prominence taking a 2-1 lead in the series. So over to you, Skapskienko, as we get into the bans.
Tiki having the first ban. Banning the Exia straight off the bat. Sorry, Average Joe, you will not be featuring Exia right now. Average Joe with the next ban. Banning the Hayabusa. Will there be another target ban from Africa Burn side towards the jungle? Banning out the Hanabi. Joy ban coming out. They are not playing. John picking up the Zushan. ARW getting Changi again. I'm quite interested to see this matchup with the Changi against the Zushin. I haven't seen that in any of our matches so far. Slime Kunine picking up his Ruby. Will Vendetta be spicing it up a bit? Or shall he be taking his CC again?
Wonder. Let's get to see.
The suspense is in the air tonight. Suki picking up the Hanzo. Vendetta taking his CC.
Hanzo with the link still open.
Everyone taking the Mortis.
Okay, interesting.
Worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
Interesting. I would have definitely wanted to go for a Ling pick here. I mean, it's a Ling into a Zushin into the Hanzo. It would have been quite
I
strong.
am not the only one bound by these chains.
Misban. Might there be a lag out here? We quickly find out.
Chivalry is dead, and I will revive it.
Okay, so we've got the Average Joe picking up
Awaiting orders, TACOM.
the carry pick here. Removing, because they know it's still going to be the Rome and ooh, Lisa, that is a beautiful pick that counters the Changi.
Especially with that range of stun that Lolita provides.
Yeah,
CC.
it's
Sorry.
but it's that second skill of hers that the shield that just bounces. So it's like every time Changi ults, it's gonna bounce back, and we get to see for the first time a Harith. So it's gonna looks like it's gonna be Harith gold lane, I think.
Possibly. Prominence has featured with the Harith, and Harith has been the only hero in the Conquerors of Dawn picking up a Savage.
Tremble before the might of Taurus!
Nice.
Stoner picking up the Minotaur.
We have seen quite a few maniacs, but I think it's only been the one Savage so far.
Yes, sir. And as you guys have seen in the intro video, that Savage has been featuring tonight.
Yeah, that's true. So we get into the matchup. Oh, the God of War skin, the one.
Beautiful.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
So both teams making their rotation towards the gold lane with a start. Though I don't know whether Hanzo actually needs help clearing his jungle.
It does not, but each bit of speed that it can.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can say about a Hanzo. Though I'm not like, ooh, a mistake from Memphis there. Wanting to be a little bit with a rush. That's gonna delay him somewhat. It sort of evened up the rotation here with the jungle clear. He is gonna go in there. Does get that second skill off. Takes the litho. I mean, you can't really contest that litho with a Hanzo. But a poke damage coming out here. But we see the Prominence making their rotation towards the bot lane. It's still CC on the gold days. Harith and the XP. But Africa Burn, they know that the Prominence are there in the bush. They're sending Stoner to scout. He goes in with a stun there. So the follow-up damage from his team gets a bit of heals out, but they are exactly on the tanky side. Memphis gets the demon form out, lands it onto the Changi, but his team is there to protect him. Oh, and it's going to be no kills there. Engagement here on the gold lane, but nobody dies. So far, pretty even start, though we do get to see a slight 300 gold lead to the side of the Prominence. Through all of that, displacement onto the Changi by the Zushin. Oh, stun. Comes out onto Ruan. He's taking a lot of damage. He needs to get his way out of here. Oh, what? The Zushin brings him back in there, uses that ultimate of his to escape. Did he lag out there for a little bit?
I'll just ask.
Oh, Hanzo melting this lord down. Still has that demon form. Oh, the Ruby with the hook. Lands onto one. The engagement had it there. Gets the ultimate off. Is there the follow-up? Changi lands it there. The Minoan Fury comes out. Is so much of skills. Nobody's dead just yet. Zushin doing so much. She displaces. Is it going to be first blood? Yes, it's first blood. To the side of the Prominence. Lolita with a stun coming out there. Oh my word. But the heals from the Minotaur managing to save his teammates. It's only the Ruby that falls through this engagement. But it was the first turtle going to the side of Africa Burn. Africa Burn making the rotation towards the CC here. Changi. Ultimate does come out, but does not land onto anybody. Makes a retreat going back towards the mid lane to clear the jungle. Engagement onto the carry. The follow-up there is the vengeance comes out from the carry, but is it going to be enough? No, the Lolita ultimate just slams down in the face of carry, and they manage to pick up the Minotaur as well. But CC, she's under the turret. She's taking so much damage. 1 HP escapes. Oh my word. It's a 3-0 at this moment in time. The Prominence starting off like they have in the previous 3 games actually, with some early game pressure. The Mage and Rome making their way up towards the XP lane side waiting for this next turtle to spawn. It's going to be up in the next 10 seconds. Ruan making his rotation there as well. Hanzo, he's going to use that ultimate to check the bushes. He's going in there. He wants to land onto the Changi, but he misses that skill there. There's a lot of... He's trying to do some damage, but nothing doing. The Minotaur is going to heal up back all that damage. But the stun comes out onto the Ruby. Changi commits the ultimate, wants to get some poke damage, but not really landing onto anybody. Ruby coming in to zone away. As Ruan tries to start this turtle, it keeps on getting reset. Zushin just being an annoyance, displacing everybody. Oh, Ultima comes out from the Hanzo. He wants to try and get in onto the Changi, but Stoner's there to save his teammate. Gets the stun and the heals out so that the Changi's still going to be part of this particular team fight. So the turtle dance happening completely, but look at the Hanzo. He steals the buff, the blue buff. Taking any opportunity he can to get some farm going. Ruan, meanwhile, focusing on this turtle. Hanzo trying to get inside there. He's going to get the retry. Now the retry goes to the side of Ruan there on that. Oh, Minoan Fury comes out. Changi getting a lot of damage. They managed to take down the Lolita. Mortis, he's got that ultimate. He wants to keep going, but he gets CC'd back under the turret. And speaking of CC, CC lands into the team fight. But Harrod picks up the Ruby kill there. This mid lane turret being pushed in. Hanzo, once he's just after this Changi. He's like, no, after the last game, I want this Changi. He manages to get the Changi.
He took it a lot personal from the previous match.
So as things are going, mid lane turret has fallen. That's not a turret you want to see go early on in the game. With a healthy 2k gold lead to the side of the Prominence. Will Africa Burn be able to drag this back like they did in the previous match and take us into the 5th game? Or will the Prominence be able to seal the deal? Hanzo tries to get some engagement, but the heals coming out from Minotaur is just enough to make sure his teammates are all okay. Zushin just trying to get a bit of poke in there. They want to try and get this bot lane turret pushed in. Changi has to be careful with the ultimate, because with the Lolita it can be used to kill your own teammates.
It's going to be very problematic in the team engagements.
We got Shady asking a question about the second stream that's not full screen. Yeah. That's the YouTube shorts. So it's for people who are on their phones, who as they're scrolling through, they'll pick up the YouTube short stream. But if you're on a PC, it won't actually appear as a short. Alright, so second turtle, this time going uncontested to the side of the Prominence. Oh, Lolita, with the flicker ulti, lands onto the Minotaur. They burst him down before he could even get that known fury off. Ruby has to flicker away, trying to sustain through this. Hanzo, he's on the hunt again. Zushin just dragging everybody back in there. The follow-up damage, they take down the Ruby, but there's Carrie. She's trying to get something done, but the Carrie falls. It's the CC once again, under the turret. Lots of poke damage, but look at the Zushin. She just doesn't want to let anybody go. They managed to take down Ruan there on the Martus, and there we go again with the Hanzo trying to get onto the Changi there, but they take down this tier 2 turret in the mid lane. At the same time, Suki there on the Harith clears out the bot lane turret. Oh, and in the mid lane they managed to take down the Changi. This Zushin causing so much of problems. She is 4-0-5 at this moment in time in the game. It's 11-1 to the side of the Prominence, and developing our extremely healthy gold lead. It is 7k gold lead, but we did see that 7k gold lead get melted in the previous matchup. Will that be the case in this one? Changi ultimate comes out. As you can see, there you go, Sim Shady. Wants to get that shield up there to block all the damage coming through. Hanzo commits the ultimate, getting some wave clear. They want to keep the lanes pressured and pushed so that they can get close to taking this Lord uncontested. Hanzo, he's just basic attacking the Minotaur there. Forces him away back to the base. Nice map control, nice map pressure from the side of the Prominence as they move across, taking all the lanes, keeping everything pushed. And they want to make sure that they've got the space necessary to deal with this next Lord that's coming up. Or the first Lord that's coming up of the game. It is the unenhanced Lord, but still. Changi ultimate comes out there. Second skill from the Lolita. Oh, the hook. They managed to hook the Lolita under the turret, but she lands the ultimate off. They had it this there with a follow-up damage CC as well. They take down this tier 2 turret and they're pushing into the base. It's just Hanzo trying to defend the Martyrs from taking the Lord here. Africa Burn did use that 3-2 split to try to make sure that they could take the Lord, but with all the team fight action going on there, oh, look at the damage coming up from Hanzo. So this is going to be most definitely an uncontested Lord going to the side of the Prominence here, as we see Harith and Hanzo busy melting this Lord down. So all tier 1 and tier 2 turrets have been taken down for the side of Africa Burn. The Prominence still have all their turrets up at this moment in time as we get to the 11-minute mark of the game. Things not looking all that good for Africa Burn, but for the Prominence, they are storming ahead here. Oh, Hanzo engaging onto the Minotaur of all people. But he's doing a lot of damage, just forcing everybody away. As we see the waves being pushed in, it's the top and mid lane that should be able to sync up and crash in at the same time. Ruby's protecting the top lane and the bot lane as well. The shields are still up, so it's gonna... oh, the Lord crashes in there. Are they going to be able to take this tier 3 turret? Yes, they do. Lots of damage coming out from that Hanzo onto the turret there. Lord still making his way into the base. The second tier 3 turret falls. Is it going to be the third? The minion keeps just trying to do its very, very, very best. Oh, look at Hanzo. He just wants to engage onto the Minotaur. He realizes that if he gets the Minotaur out of the fight, his team can actually do something in here. He does take the Minotaur down. So no Minoan Fury. The Martyr's coming in here. Lolita with a stun. They're going to pick up the Martyrs. The waves are being pushed in here. Are they going to be able to have the bullets to turret clock? It's one more to kill. It's just 2 left alive to try and defend this. The Hanzo, he goes back in the displacement from the Zushin, and it's just the Changi. It's gonna be GG's here. They're gonna get the Changi in that fountain, and this is 3-1 to the Prominence, who are the champions of Conquerors of Dawn, the very first champions in this tournament. Well played to them. That was, I mean, as you can see, that was a steaming performance from them in this final game.
Right.
Yeah, lowest score of 9.1. Wow. We take a look at the statistics here. Well, the Prominence showing what the Madagascan scene is all about, taking the victory in this. But well played to Africa Burn. This is their second tournament, and it's the second time they've reached the finals of a tournament. They did win the first one. It was the most wanted series, but just coming up short against the Prominence here, who take the victory in this game. So congratulations to them. That was an excellent run through the tournament for them. They did so well. They had such dominant performances. In fact, in the entire tournament so far, they've only ever lost 2 matches.
One being against Side Dynasty, and one being to Africa, but
Yeah, so they have been clearly the dominant force through this tournament. It was extremely well played to both teams here. And to you, the viewers who tuned in to watch all of the action live with us, thank you for watching. Your support has been highly appreciated. But we will have about a 15-minute pause before the next stream starts. And that's going to be the MSA qualifiers. Dark Harvest up against Taka. That's going to be brought live to you here on Waylander Gaming. So the action does not stop when it comes to our Mobile Legends streams. We do have a few other streams in the horizon, Mobile Legends and otherwise. There's going to be a couple of other things we've been looking at. It's going to be some Warhammer, a bit of a few other games, League of Legends as well. We've been going to be throwing in a few streams for all of that. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't pressed that like, share and subscribe buttons, please do so. It would really help us to grow this channel and continue to bring all of you guys these entertaining, action-packed matches. But from myself, Waylander, and the team, it's going to be goodbye, but not good night. We will see you all live again in about 15 minutes for the next matchup.